And welcome back, YouTube, to what will be the third part in this recording session. I think the seventh part altogether. We're going to finish setting up these the electric furnace assemblies that I'm doing here, which I suppose means actually that might be overkill, but that'll be fine. And then after that, we're going to work on productivity module production for our next type of science, for the production science here. You need bricks and steel. You need green circuits, plastic. We need a bunch of long handle inserters. Let's just go ahead and grab something like that. I should suppose. Right side. This is an output. Output on the right, input on the left. Yeah, that'll be fine. Quickly go ahead and setting up all the inserters. That should be all the inserters. I need to set this up. And something like that for the output. And this output and that output will meet together to do some science. Probably over here. Probably end up, because it won't be that big. Right, it's going to be 7 science labs. It's 3, yeah, 7? Because it runs faster and produces more output than the blue, so it's going to be less than the blue. Get the copper flying. That's the first step. Might have enough underground. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need like 3 more inserters, 3 more splitters. And actually, I won't have enough underground, so let's go grab more belt, regular belt. More we're making that underground. And actually, how's the pollution looking? Pollution's looking fine. We are starting to creep up on the place where I'll need to kill more biters. Those biters will be the next one to go, I think. But, this is the chill of a rail world. Good old rail world. You can see doing it right's getting progressively harder and harder because we're having to build more and more stuff before we actually get to those bots. Green's on the far side. Plastic's even farther. Plastic's the closer one, okay. Oops. No, I'm going to want it the other way around. Whoops, before we get too out of hand. Green's going to want to be the one that comes in there. Plastic's going to be the one that comes in below. You're going to be slightly more complicated. You're steel and brick. Well, I suppose I say more complicated. It's not actually all that much more complicated, is it? So steel's on the near side, brick's on the far side. There we go, there's good old electric furnaces being made. Sort of stretching my arms, stretching my head. Next I want to be building is the productivity modules, which actually have the same... Oh, they consume a third. At least they consume a third of the advanced circuits. We are going to want the same output. Right, so we're going to basically want about 2/3, well, one third output, right? So we're going to want like 5 of these, but they run they're a third as fast. So 5 factories making that. So we want 1 advanced circuit being made per second, because we want a third of one these being made. Though similarly to the furnaces, well, say similar to the furnaces. Well, similar to the furnaces, I probably want to be making blue and green. Yeah, so I need a third of one to go into science. But I can be making more than that to make blue, green, other things as well, right? So this bit up here is enough to power, well, to fuel 15 of these? No, not 15 of these. Oh, what? 3 times? It's 6. 6 of these will be enough to fuel 6 of these. Though I only need 5 of these to make what I want. So I can put the 6th one to making blue, green, red for production and not go to science. Okay. Now we need more inserters for that. Let's go grab more inserters. And more grenades. Because we got trees that need to be informed that they are no longer required in the location. That's probably enough leftward. I just need to clear out this bit for the bus. Okay, let's get that. Start working on that blueprint. I'm gonna need more belt. One, I haven't researched blue belts yet. I probably have all the tech I need to research blue, I just haven't researched it. Yeah, I just had the mental thought of, oh, I can remember what I use lubricant for, and that's very frequently that's the next level of belt after red. Okay. Used a few more grenades to clear out a little bit more terrain. We'll get this wired up, and then we'll start moving on to the final bit of production, which is building the thing that makes the production speed, etc. modules, which will be just below these, so it'll be out there. Build 6 of these. 5 of these are going to be production, 1 of these is going to be a wild card. Which right at the bat is going to be energy efficiency, because one thing I imagine the base is going to have potential problems with as I continue to expand is the ever-growing need for more and more and more power. Because if it wouldn't be Factorio if the base was not expanding to meet the needs of the ever-expanding base. So I'm going to need 4, I'll queue 5. I'm going to need a few of those. We need more than that, but that's all the belt I have on me, so I need to go pick more belt up. Run the length of the bus at this point. This is one reason Well, bots will be real nice when we get bots. Because then we can have the bots run the length of the base while we sit around thinking about how we're going to do our expansions. This is plastic and green. Oops. Oh, that hasn't been working because I forgot to plumb in the green. Oh, the travesty. Well, it's now working. Okay, and you're also going to be green. And now I need more bolts. Let me grab 2 of those so I can get this running. Oh, I need more than 2. Whoops. Let's go get more belts, and then we can plumb together our 7 assemblers to make purple. Purple science. I'll soon be going to the labs. I walked past what I was looking for, didn't I? Oh, it was about where I was looking for. hear the whizzing of the assembly machines. It's like they very slowly assemble things. And I'm out of transport belts again. Out of the yellow transport belts. We have to revisit if we've got a bottleneck somewhere soon. It looked like we weren't having 100% max production of green science anymore. Okay, so there's our robot frames. Which is technically all we need to develop utility science. Which we will need to do rockets to space. I think we need it for rocket space. Maybe we don't need it for rocket space. Where's my space launch? Rocket silo. No, apparently we don't need it for rockets in space. That's all we're missing for rockets in space, so we may get into space today. Wonder what's going on now. To reach out to the farther belt, I will need to put my long-handled inserters closer. Which means I need to put it in the belt, basically. And here comes the science that we're not using yet. We will eventually be using it, but we don't use it right now. Actually, by the looks of it, I maybe didn't need to develop using it, because the rocket doesn't look like it requires that tech anymore. Probably could have rushed it faster then. Back in the base game, I think you needed both purple and utility science, purple and orange science, to do a space launch, but you apparently don't anymore. At least not in the expansion, you don't anymore. Okay, what I was going to do is I'm going to review what was happening with green, because I'm noticing a lot on the left side of the belt and not a lot on the right side of the belt. And we do have 4 being produced for left and 4 being produced for right, so if there's an imbalance, that's probably due to throughput issue somewhere. There is a throughput issue. We're not making enough copper. Okay, well, I'm not ready to swap the copper over to electricity, so I'm gonna go grab some steel furnaces, and we're gonna upgrade it to steel. I walked past the steel furnaces, didn't I? Yep. There they are. And technically I don't need to run it the whole way down, but I'm running it because I don't want to count where I need to figure out where to put it. Okay, so that should put more smelting capacity, but by the looks of it, we're not running enough ore either, so we're gonna go upgrade the ore field. And we're probably need to upgrade the other one. The iron field as well while we're at it. So we run into a shortage in that field as well. Coal's running fine. I think iron's running better now that I've done that. You know, we probably still want more iron. Oops, no, we need that power pole. suppose one thing I could do is I could make use of some red belt to speed up the throughput. Get some compression on these belts. I ran past my red belt production, yep. We'll grow it. And then that bit will spring to life and suddenly start massively consuming our iron. Okay, now we gotta fully outrun left side. If you've got any spare space, it goes on the right side. Not major redesign, that's about what that field's going to output as far as iron's concerned. Probably get more copper going through, but maybe not more iron. We may need more copper. Okay. Yeah, looks to be about max loading, yeah. So we got basically a full copper belt. And looks to be pretty much a full double iron belt going. So hopefully that's enough throughput to keep the factory running. Full tilt. Early signs may be no, but don't know any way to find out, and that's to properly stress test the factory. is 1,000 red, green, and blue, so that's going to take a while, quite a while. We are out of petrol. We are out of light, and we're fully backed up on heavy. Okay, so that's what I gotta do next, is I gotta start cracking the heavy. How do I want to plumb this? So I'm gonna do heavy to light. And we need more underground, more pipe. So I'm gonna have to go get more underground and more pipe. Oh, and all the plastic's gone. That's where all the petroleum went. Ran past my pipe. Yeah, probably the first thing I'm gonna have to do after we get the space is probably get the logistic robots going. I'm not necessarily gonna have construction. Well, I suppose it would actually probably be construction bots at the beginning, wouldn't it? But get the bots going to do some of the deliveries for me. I know there's a button to flip. Maybe these are things that don't flip. Eject the settings. Controls. V. Thank you. That would have been potentially a source of some problems. I need the space of these. Just a little more. Like so. Got the space between the assemblies. That way, if I continue the pattern, I've got space for the pattern to do the pattern thing. Oh, you're supposed to be the heavy, not the light. You're going to be the water. You are not that anymore. Okay, so we've got production of light. I'm gonna get it plumbed to light. Okay, how much heavy am I making? I am making 25 every, well, 25 every second, basically. And we're not using the lubricants. The lubricant's fully backed up at this point, so I probably should prepare for breaking all of my heavy into light. You consume about 20 a second between those two. And we make 25. That's probably close enough. That's probably close enough. So then the question becomes, do we have enough light consumption to keep that working? The answer right now appears to be yes. And I've already deployed efficiency modules, yes. These are now consuming significantly less power, generating significantly less pollution. They were for a while probably the most consuming of my energy consumers. Oh, I also happen to fix them before everything backed up. Or fix them after everything backed up. So you can see before we were pulling 2 million watts, 2 million joules. Alright, now we're down to about 500 joules. So, down to a quarter of the power consumption by having those modules in. It is non-trivial. We're maybe starting to get to the point where we can start... Well, we're definitely at the point where we can put more solar in. We have not yet recreated the California duck curve. We don't actually produce enough power to power the entire factory during the day with solar. What is this? Oh, that's not the one I wanted to push. What is actually the Solaris achievement? It's 10 gigajoules of what and where? Oh, 10 gigajoules only using solar power. Okay, that's gonna be hard. Because that would require me needing to consume 10 gigajoules of power and producing more than it. So that the steam turns off. And that's why we've got 0 right now in this display, because I'm using steam power. Using a non-trivial amount of steam power. And it's going into nighttime, so power production from the solar panels are going down, not up. I'm working on that. Rocket silo tech. We'll probably finish the rocket silo tech next episode. So we don't have any hiccups that causes things to stop working. Okay, so now that heavy's not the bottleneck. Wait, I should be making... because I got 5 of these, I should be making 25 every second. We're only consuming 20? 20 a second. Well, no, actually, we're consuming 40 seconds. Okay, so that's over-consuming the heavy oil. Which is fine for the moment. And our petroleum and the light are going up sort of in tandem, which is acceptable. So I think petrochem, for the moment, is, though not probably solved, at least working. Working fine. So I think this might be a place where I go ahead and put a break in the recording, because I think we're at a good stopping point. As I'm waiting for the factory to do stuff. So short of trying to speed the factory up in some way, I don't actually know what needs to be done. I think I have most of the inputs for utility, so I can start building towards utility. Or I could start... what am I missing for the rocket silo? Oh, I need to build a bunch of electric engines. I presumably can start building the concrete and the electric engines for the rocket silo. And the low-density structure, and the blue processing units for the rocket parts. We got stuff to do next episode, while we wait for the rocket to build. And in a weird way, it'll be sort of stuff that we can't actually see work properly until the rocket silo tech is done. This is maybe not the fastest way to get to the damaged, or get to the dysfunctional miner. Oops, no, I need that one. And our fuel coal is working fine. Haven't even fully tapped the field yet. I think I'm gonna run our character over to the pump jacks. I'm gonna throw these efficiency modules in the pump jacks to lower their energy consumption. So I hope I'm basically going to do the outro while I'm running over there. I hope you've been enjoying the Factorio content. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll probably be one more part up tomorrow. And if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to record one more part. That'll probably be their last part of the recording session, so don't know exactly when I'll have time to start recording again. But for the moment, that will be the recording session, so hope you've been enjoying it. If you want to see more, again, I've got other stuff up in addition to Factorio if you want to see that. And the next episode will be up tomorrow on YouTube, so catch you then.